Have you ever fought someone?
Yes.
Should I fight this? I called girl code and she stole my man.
This is gonna end horribly.
There was so many times where I'm just like sad, depressed, lonely. I was like, wow, I'm just like laying here just dripping and sad. So
I love dripping and sad. I don't know if now I could ever like perform that song again.
Hello. Ring, ring. The call's for you.
Yes. Oh my God. With the sun setting right now.
Oh, yeah. It's the time. Hi, Tana.
Hi, Trisha.
Oh my gosh. I need help.
Girl, me too.
Well, this is not the show for you.
At all. Oh my God.
Welcome to Not Loveline.
Welcome to Not Loveline. I'm just so excited with how this is going. I can't even get over it.
I had so much fun. I'm actually like sad we're taking a little break from filming after this. Not like too long, but like, you know.
Literally just like the holidays, and I'm like so mad. I'm like, can we move Christmas?
No, me too.
Like, I want to keep shooting.
I actually was so excited because we saw each other 2 days in a row, which we rarely do. We just see each other like once, then we see each other like next month. And I'm like attached and grown. And I was like, wait, but this is like the funnest I've ever had. And I really mean it.
I love you
just
so
like,
much.
so I'm like, anything to make this work. You know what I mean?
Me too.
We have like managers, agents, all that stuff. I'm like, I don't care.
I don't need anyone. It's literally, I just need you and 2 microphones. You know what I mean? Like this is the best thing ever.
I love it so much.
It's so funny. We were just like reading the comments and people be like, this is gonna end horribly. And we're like, how? Like literally how?
No, I didn't even see that. I was like, wait, what?
No, it was only one comment, but here I am like holding on to one comment. I'm like, how dare you?
Me. No, yeah. I was telling Tana before this, I'm like, there's just like truly nothing that could like make me hate you unless you like send my nudes to somebody or something.
I would never send your nudes to anyone. It's oh my God.
No, it's like,
and I just want to say I'm so happy it's us. Like, I know you were going to have a show with someone else. Even I was going to have a show with Jeff. And like, you know what I mean? Like everything just like happens for a reason.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? No, I thought about that too. Like you had multiple, like I remember one time I talked to you this year and you're like, I was going to do a show with this person. And I remember just being like so sad about it because I was like, but you know, and it was hard. It's such a hard thing, right? Because it's like our podcast cancel and gestures are so similar too. And it's like to do one together, would it make sense? You know, whatever. And so I love this idea that it's just so different.
It's so different and it's so easy and fun. And honest to God, like our fan base, like I just love our fans specifically more than
listening to these calls. I'm like, these are our people. This is so real. Like everything they're saying is so real.
So real. This is like just really thank you.
Thank you. And it's therapeutic. I love like talking through this and not feeling alone. And I feel like the listeners can feel that way too because it's all very normal. Love is so complicated. And
this whole thing is just so girlhood to me too. Like it really feels like a man could never be a part of any of this. Like go down to the outfits and the set and the calls and the...
No, as much as I love obviously the original Loveline, I watched it and I'm like, wow, that did not hold up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like men were giving and love and dating advice.
Yes.
No, thank you.
I know, like Dr. Dre. Okay, I guess I get it. But Adam Carolla, I was like, okay, he did the Man Show the same year, and I was like, okay, you have Juggy. Do you know the Man Show? Do you know any of this?
I don't.
You probably were born after the Man Show, but it was like this show, this really misogynistic show with Jimmy Kimmel and Adam Carolla, and it was like women. They're called Juggies, like jumping on the trampoline while they were like talking about guy stuff. And I just remember being like, oh, I want to be that girl. And then like watching it now, I'm like, this is actually the most degrading thing ever. And like
ever.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
So
even just all of that, I was the same way though. Like even just like how badly I wanted to be Hugh Hefner's girlfriend, and
you
then
wrote a song about it. You wanted to be Hugh Hefner.
I literally.
You're like, I love this man so much. Meanwhile, everyone else is like, he's the monster.
Yeah, he is actually awful. I can't come to find out, but it is just.
You know, you have like 57 million or something, right? Is that like close 60 million? I don't know.
Something crazy. Something it should not have.
So high. I was like looking at that the other day, and I was like, oh my God, because we talked about doing a song, and I was like, yeah, that'd be cute. Then I went to go look at yours. I was like, there's no way I could even like compete with that song. That kind of like,
I love you,
gold.
Jesus, and then I love you, Moses, and Chicken Fingers and Lipo are the most iconic things on planet Earth.
My songwriter Jeremy, who I've been working with for my Christmas show, he literally sent me a song. He's like, I have a song I wrote called Loveline for you guys. Like as soon as we wrote the thing, do you want to hear? I haven't listened to it yet because it's an audio note, and I know they like disappear, so I haven't. Do you want to listen to it? I'm sure he won't care. He's so funny.
Wait, we should record like a little jingle for the beginning.
Yeah, we
can't have anyone else do that. We have to do that.
Right. I agree with you, and I think we can. It was just so funny because like again, I never even said anything to him yet about it, and he's just like.
I love him.
Yeah, he's great. He's been helping me with my like. He's done every single album I've ever done.
Stop. That's so iconic.
He's cute. But we can also like sit down and write with him because I know you're really big into like writing with him.
I love writing.
So let me see if I can find.
Stop. Wait, I'm so excited.
Okay, it's only 20 seconds and I haven't listened to it yet because I was like, I know it disappears, so I'm sure he won't care. This is like very rough too. I haven't
but
heard
still,
it.
this
He
is
literally was
so
like,
fun.
I wrote your song called Loveline. And I was like, okay, for us. He's for us. Okay,
That's so fun.
let's
Okay,
see.
so I haven't finalized the lyrics, but something goes like, wanna get you on the left line, get you wanna know you wanna 2 times, that you wanna know you wanna know, but get you on a bus, you wanna know, but
I love him and I love that melody.
love line, that you wanna 2 times, that you wanna live about it.
Wait,
Love
Trisha.
line.
Get you on a love line. Like, that's
You
so
wanna do it 2
cute.
times.
Girl, are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's a bop, right?
We need
That's a cute
love
little
line.
jingle for even this.
That's so cute. And then we could release it and get it in our bag. We need to
Yes.
talk to you guys. We could go for hours.
Yeah, but then I got intimidated when I saw like 60 million views or something. I was like, damn. I remember you telling me that like they went like gold or platinum or whatever the biggest one is, and I was like, jeez, could never.
I don't know why people like Hefner so much. I'll never know. I wish.
It's a bop. I
It
was
was
watching you perform the songs. I really
That's so
do.
funny.
I
That's
love it.
So funny. I don't know if now I could ever like perform that song again. Like,
why?
I was just such a different person. Like it was just, I don't know. And it was like a diss track. Like I feel I was so edgy then. I would wear my camo pants and
You
like,
should bring it back. And
you're the
remember
person who could get me to.
Okay, we absolutely need to do that. Get you on stage because it's kind of camp too, right? That it's like, because I get it. It's like I Love You Jesus, where it's like it was supposed to be like it's like people find it funny and it's like camp and it's like not a good song, but like people like it and it's like okay, so you perform it for the people. Get your camo pants, get like
Yeah.
a tube top,
And just take it back to that time. If anyone could get me to do it, it's you. You are
Okay, let's
healing
do it.
my inner everything. Like even just that, I was like, I remember there was a point where I was like, I will never record a song again. And now I'm like, wait, let's literally
Let's do it.
make
Yeah,
a
we have to
song.
like sit down and like write it because like we literally ran out of time. Like we talked about like literally no one has any days because like holidays and all that stuff like that. So
We're gonna make a Christmas song, and I really want to.
Yeah, I don't know if that's good.
Maybe next year.
I was like, I really wanted to, and I just like I don't know if we have the days
At all.
to like coordinate it.
We're
but
busy. We're booked and busy.
What would your Christmas song be? What would our Christmas song be?
It would have to be like Slay, I feel like.
Ooh, like okay,
Like-
like mistletoe.
Mistletoes, yeah.
Ooh, we were like on the same page with that.
Yeah.
I love that we went there. We're like mistletoes.
Absolutely. Like Slay, but like Slay. Like in the one horse open Slay.
Ooh, that's a good one too. You had to go into was it? Oh, well, we can't say it on here, but the country Christmas, you can believe it. That was
Yes.
good too. Was that one of yours, or did I just make
No,
that up?
I think we were talking about
That's
that.
a good one too.
Yeah. Listen, nothing is off the table for us. Not only is this show going to succeed for the next 25 years.
Wow, that's a big one to put out there. We were worried about a year. You were like, I don't know if a year.
25 is so funny. I'm imagining us 80 on this set, though, and it's really sweet to me.
Oh, I would love that. Would be so fun. I would love that at 80 years old, just like still here talking
And
about.
hopefully Moses and Makoa are just not sick of us and they love us
Yeah,
forever.
they're still here.
Guys, please stay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know, right? All right. Well,
Should we see what the people have to say?
I'm so excited.
Me too.
The sun is setting.
It's beautiful.
It was beautiful.
This is just like,
It's our final hurrah before the holidays. So,
Maybe we'll squeeze one in because, like, seriously, I love this.
Honestly, squeeze away.
I know. I love you.
First question. Roll
Angel,
it.
you're literally the love of my life. I love you.
Okay, so my question for you girls, first of all, love you, Trish, love you, Tana. Please get me a ticket to the New York City show. But my question is for you guys is, how do you know when your era is over or it's turning over a new leaf? Because I'm trying to figure out if my era is over, if I'm just over it, if I've grown out of it. Have you ever been in one? I just want to know the tea. Please spill. Thanks, girls. XOXO. Bug.
Bug? Hug?
Hugs? She probably said hugs. I heard. Of course I did.
Yeah, I heard Bug. I thought that was her name. I was like, love a Bug.
Bug is a cute name.
It's cute. Bug Hall from Little Rascals. He played Alfalfa. Yeah.
Cute. If your era is over.
I love how have you ever had a era? Like,
Yeah, honestly,
girl.
thanks for thinking of at least me so highly. Like, Jesus.
I know, like not to stereotype us, but I really feel like I literally had like our video titles alone was like I banged a whole baseball team.
Yeah,
and it was
literally.
like so I think thank
Literally.
you though.
Home run.
I know I love the word like, but I know it's like derogatory, but I like it.
No, but I
think it's
like
cute.
it. We're taking it back. We're reclaiming it.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna be so honest. I think if you're asking how you know when your era is over, it may be coming to a close.
Yeah, that's tea.
Because like I feel like when I was in my like slut era, Like there wasn't a part of me that could even think like I thought it was never going to end. I was having so much fun.
Oh, right. Like this is me. This is my lifestyle. Yeah. Well, if you think it's like, is it coming to an end? It's scary when it comes to an end because you're like, but this is my whole personality. Like what? Like, it's actually so. Do you think you're out of your era now and forever?
I mean, I am definitely one man but I'm not.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I'm his little, stop it. This is not Patreon, Tana Marie. But yeah, like I just like, I got to a point where I felt like there was no more really, I mean, there could be, but no more like unique experiences to have. Like the streets are fun until they're not, right? I don't know.
Yeah, I think there is something to be said about that. I think at some point you're just like, okay, I'm kind of tired of it too.
Yeah, because it is just like exhausting. You want real connection. You want to like, and I'm happy that I had fun. I had so many like fun memories, and being a single girl, the like power you can have and the things that you can do because you're single, it's all like so fun and awesome, but so is being madly in love,
Yeah, it also just gives you like frees up time for you to do more things, because in my all in my 20s, I really just like I wasn't doing anything else but banging, you know what I mean? And I was like, I was so focused on what I'm gonna do that night and who I'm gonna go to and stuff. And now it's like, thank God I'm out of my because I have so much time. I can do like 5 podcasts now because
literally.
I'm like, I don't need, I know where my coming from.
Yes.
So I think we're on Patreon still too. I'm like, oh my God, who am I right now?
We just shot the craziest Patreon.
Right.
No, but yeah, I agree. And like this, there are negatives to it. Era, right? Like I think we glamorize it now because we are so like far from that.
Yes.
That it's like looking back on it with rose-colored glasses, but it's like looking for validation and feeling lonely and it's just all of those things, and the way people can treat you, which is awful. Society's awful in that sense, because like men can have a era and no one blinks twice, but I think once you start to think about it, you might understand it's coming to a close and you might mourn it for a while, but it's good.
You won't get gonorrhea or chlamydia anymore, that's for sure. I think there's so many, looking back, it's like romanticizing is fun, like thinking about stuff, but there was so many times where I'm just like sad, depressed, lonely. I was like, wow, I'm just like laying here just dripping and sad. So
I love dripping and sad. That's, if I come back to music, that's my next album title.
Very Lana Del Rey.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking it's probably over, and
that's
be thankful for it. Be glad it happened.
Yeah. Happy it happened. Don't smile because it's over. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened.
I love that. Where's that from?
I have
like Cracker Barrel.
I was literally gonna say that. Like some moms.
Is there one close to you?
No, but I would love to go with you anytime.
I went with Holly Madison one time, actually. We didn't even vlog it. She's like, do you want to go to Cracker Barrel?
So
I was like,
iconic. I would love to go. You, me, and Holly.
Okay, let's do it. By the way, quick pause. Go to patreon.com/notloveline if you want to see this times 20. If you want to see us really talk about our eras, go to Patreon.
It's the things I've admitted on this Patreon. I don't know if I've ever said out loud.
Oh my! I know every nook and cranny,
every crevice.
I know everything, and I love it.
It's so
love
great.
it. Like it just makes me like love you so much more.
I agree. I couldn't
so
agree more. I feel closer than ever. Literally, the Patreon is bringing us closer than ever.
Yes, I've learned so much. If you like booty stuff, we have a whole little booty segment. We'll have like a whole little encyclopedia for you there.
No, I'm not kidding. I feel like I'm learning so much. I feel like Trisha and I are both going home to our men and like thinking about doing just different. Than ever.
Rip it open.
Yes, all of it. Not kidding.
It's like Patreon again. Okay.
No,
Patreon.com/ Not Loveline.
Not Loveline.
You look like a doctor today.
I feel like with Dr. Drew. Why am I forgetting his name right now?
Dr. Drew. There's also Dr. Mike, but that's not the doctor we like.
Yeah, I felt like these glasses were very like, let me give you advice.
When I had Dr. Drew on the podcast, I wore glasses. I'm like, let me also match the energy.
Yeah, even though I'm just literally a dumb and like $5 Amazon glasses.
Is this Amazon?
Yeah.
They look so good. I can't get over it. I love this whole look on you right now.
Glasses.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're cute.
You're cute. I love you.
Okay, should I fight this? I called girl code and she stole my man, and I'm just wondering if I should fight. Please let me know. I love you. Thank you.
She's saying, should I fight this? I called girl code and then she my man. Like she's saying like she to her homegirl was like, hey, I like this guy, girl code. Oh. And then she him, should I punch her? I think.
Wait, play it one more time. That was it? Oh. Wow, you have such good ears.
I feel like the crazier the sound, the more I like can decode it.
That's it's like a siren language. Like I know this language.
Yes, that's so funny.
Got it. I mean, have you ever fought someone?
Yes, but the very, very long time ago, I retired all of that. I think the second I started getting fillers and nose jobs and veneers, I was like, I can't afford to break this.
Too expensive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't recommend it. You know, things can be handled. Okay.
A lot of trouble for it too. It's like what? Then you go to like jail. I
You
don't know.
definitely should drop that. Like, you should not keep being friends with her. It's just like, that's the worst. There's so many men in the world. She did not have to the guy that you like, right?
Yeah, but you're very forgiving of this. Not that
It's
anyone's
true.
like, I was going to say, you of all people, I think you're very much like,
True.
even if it's just like, because you're like, if it's not a serious boyfriend, you said you don't care really. You're like, you care, but you don't care that much.
I think in the very beginning when you first find out I care, but over time I have definitely forgiven some people for things like this. Because sometimes I feel like men can be manipulative. The girl can be ill-informed, right? Like, she can think you don't care about him like that, even if you said something in a flippant manner, right? And like, sometimes a friendship with a girl is stronger than some gremlin garden gnome of a man, right? But if you love him, or like he was the one and you're really hurt, it is a personal thing.
Yeah, I guess it sounds like she just called like dibs and this girl did it, and it's kind of like, okay, that does suck, you know? It's like, I like this person and she just did it.
I've definitely moved past situations like that a lot of the time, but I also have definitely like fought and ended our friendship completely over things like that. I think it's very circumstantial.
Yeah, I think like, don't fight her, I think is the general consensus, but just, you know, like, you know, evaluate if she should be in your life.
Yeah, I think every time it's ever happened to me, though, regardless of if I ended up forgiving them down the line, I will call someone out for it.
Oh, you know? You're like, hey, I know. That wasn't cool.
Yeah, like, hey, what the f*** that? What's up? And I do think you can move past it, but if you harbor that feeling inside of you and you never say anything, that's scary.
Yeah. You gotta let it out somehow, or just have no friends like me. Then you never have to worry about a friend.
I'm your friend, and I love you. I'm
love you
changing
too.
Trisha's whole outlook on girl friendship. I was thinking about that yesterday. It's my life goal to let you know that you always have me, and I'll fight for you.
Oh, I do feel that you've always been,
and I mean it. And I think across this, we're just gonna get closer and closer. And I want you to really be like, wow.
I believe it, because even before we were like super close, you've always had my back. You've always been like very supportive and very like,
and not even just internet, just like on some real deserve, because girl friendship is so important, but girls suck.
I know.
Like,
they do.
like,
I really tried a couple of times. It just didn't work out.
And you end up getting burned, and you're like, it's the same thing. It's like, you don't want to do that, but like, God damn it.
Girl friendships are so scary because it's worse than guys. Guys will be like fake or whatever, but girls, it's like this whole other person comes out. You're just like, oh my God. Like, I was so wrong with my last girl friendship. I was like, so wholesome, sweet. We're like mommy friends. And then the like actual, like, as you would say, diabolical stuff that came out. I was just like, oh my God. Like, even I am like mentally certifiably unwell. I've been to mental hospitals and I haven't even done it. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so scared. I thought I knew this person.
You and me are the same in that sense, where it's like when someone really does some crazy shit, like, I'm crazy.
Yeah.
So I know when something is like nuts.
That's what I'm saying. And it just made me like spiral. And I'm just like, this is never women again, never women again. So I've been like that. But
I'm turning that around. If my life depends on it, like, you deserve it. And not all women suck, even though some do.
No, you've always been, like I said, when you don't owe it to me, you're still like always been cool. And like, I love Trisha.
I could never, like, it just, some of the you have been through with girls blows my mind.
It's crazy.
It's
and I really try to be like a girl's girl, but I'm like,
because girls are just so much more emotional and catty and do things that they cut you in ways men could never even think.
That's what I'm saying.
Of cutting you,
because
right?
you're
like
so much smarter, you know.
Yes, like a man's gonna lie and cheat and whatever, but like a girl will flip that knife in and twist, and it is awful. I agree, but
and scary.
There are good ones.
I'll trust you.
I'm serious. You have a sister in me.
Oh my God.
I think time, I that's what it takes. It takes lots of time and friends showing you. Same with like a Moses or a McCoy. It's like they have to be there in the bad moments to know.
Right, exactly,
you know? Yeah.
But we've been there. Yeah.
I love you.
I love you. We will not be fighting, so don't fight.
I could never. I would just lay down and be like, hit me. Like, I love you too much.
So when a guy says that they don't want a relationship or anything serious, but they still want to have and treat you like their girlfriend, does that basically mean that they're just waiting for someone better to come along, so that when they cut it off with you, you can't be mad technically because y'all weren't dating? Or what does that really mean?
Kind of, yes. I mean, that is what it means, right? They're just waiting because if they wanted you to be the girlfriend, the wife, they're going to make you that.
And that is why guys do that. Yeah. I agree with that. Like, they tell you that, you know, they don't want anything so that they can whatever. But girl, I've said it since the dawn of time. These men want to play house, but they don't have a home, right? And it's like,
Period.
Again, I say this, I feel like I've been saying this in every episode, but it's like men are so diabolical in that sense.
Diabolical is my favorite word.
I love it. It's so good. It's just like,
yeah.
Like, just me then. Just say you just want to, like, it's like when you start doing all the cuddles and the hanging out it's like men want the perks of a girlfriend, but then to still be awful. And like,
yeah, I mean, I kind of get it in a little bit of a sense where it's like, they know you're not the one, but they like you and they're enjoying the time with you. And they're like, they are kind of biding their time until like their one comes along. I've been like that in relationships, not like full on relationships, but I definitely like dated longer than I should have because I'm like, oh, this is like comfortable and like it's cute, but I knew I wasn't gonna be with that person. So
Me
I don't
too.
know. It's hard to be upfront too. I don't think neither of us were ever upfront about it. I've done it a couple times and I'm always like, I don't know, what are we doing?
yeah, I 100% agree. And it's like, or he could just be super emotionally unavailable in general. Like it's not like you're not good enough and he's waiting for something like better. He could just in general, like really just want to be a man, right? You know, like, but
That loves to cuddle. I love a man who loves to cuddle. That's so nice.
that's true.
You know, it gets a little bit of some endorphins out of it, you know?
Right. And then it's like, get the fuck out, right?
But does she seem like she wants more? It depends. If you want more, then you got to cut it off so you don't get hurt anymore.
Exactly. That's the thing is you never want to be in that I can fix him. And I feel like I've just
Right.
really learned with men too. I think with women, we really think about like time. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, I've spent 8 months like waiting around and taking care of this guy. Like he's going to wake up on month 12 and see how much time and work I've put in.
Yeah,
they
don't.
They don't. It's not the same thing to them. Like the time put in.
Oh, they don't care.
And and you should 100% get out before you're going to get hurt if you think you're going to get hurt because there are people out there.
Time is the most valuable thing. I like read that the other day too. Probably some Instagram posts where it's like, you know, you pay everything in time. Like that's your most valuable thing. Like money's whatever comes and goes, but like your time is so important. You just don't know how much time you have on this earth. You don't want to waste it doing something that's just like comfortable. Especially when like love is a priority. Like love was always a priority. Like I always want to get married and have kids, and that's a priority. You just don't want to waste your time. And I wasted so much time in my 20s, and guys specifically wasted my time because I would have guys that weren't honest with me. But I am going to marry you. I'm going to have kids with you, and then like had no intention of it. So at least like you're aware of it, and so you can either decide I want to be in this comfortable thing for now, and I'll keep looking, or peace out.
That's so valid. Like honestly, like the bar is in hell, but like at least he is telling you who he is and what he wants. Because a lot of men will just like straight up lie. But I think that if you feel like you're gonna get hurt, it's hard to cut it off while it's comfortable. Like you always wait till something bad happens or whatever, but get out while you can.
And just don't do too much. Like you said, people want like the girlfriend experience of the home without the house. Don't do too much. Don't be like cooking all his meals and doing his laundry, you know.
Or being loyal to him. Like, dad, if he doesn't want a girlfriend, then what the do you? I don't know.
Keep your options open too.
For
I wish
sure.
I would have done that more.
Yeah, because it's like, as women, we almost naturally fall into the thing where it's like, okay, well, he doesn't want to date, but we keep hooking up, so I'm going to be loyal. And then it's like, you could be missing out. Like, people always say, don't let your boyfriend stop you from your husband, but don't let your not boyfriend stop you from your boyfriend, girl. You know, don't let your ex stop you from your...
That's so true. And I know we keep mentioning Brianna, but poor thing, she like went through it and it was the same thing. She said she had her celebrity crush in her DMs while she was dating Zach. And she said no because she was so loyal to him. Meanwhile, he was like cheating on her so much. And it's just like girls are like that. But
oh my God, yeah. I feel like I had a lot of times like that in my life where I was like holding out for this guy and then there was like better options in front of my face.
Yeah.
And it's
you like waited.
And I'm serious, like, take their words for face value, take their actions for face value.
Yeah.
Like it's, you know, he's showing you what he is and what he wants.
Believe him.
Yeah, keep your options open and don't get hurt. We love you.
But enjoy the cuddles.
Yeah.
We love a cuddle
We
sesh.
love
We
a
need cuddles.
spoon.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Big spoon or little spoon?
I like being little spoon. I hate the jetpack where I'm like on their back. Like what the
And you
You're
also
a
don't-
man.
My belly is like always sticking out, so I can't even like feel it in my
I hate
belly.
that. I feel the same way. It's like what the Cole will like ask me that sometimes and I'll do it, but I'm like, I hate
a
this.
koala.
Yeah, my head's like in his
cute.
curly hair. I'm like,
Oh, that's
can't
why I don't know where to
breathe.
put the face. That is a good point. Like you just can't breathe. You're like,
yeah, like he has so much hair. Like, he literally can't breathe.
Hi, Trish. Hi, Tana. My name is Haley, and my question is, okay, so I slept with my boyfriend's dad and him like 2 hours apart, but as it is, his dad is sort of hinting that he wants like a relationship with me, but I've been with my boyfriend for 3 years, but his dad like really like laid it down. But his dad's a lot older, and I'm young. I'm of age, but I'm young. And my thing is that the dad has a lot of money. So my question is, who do I pick?
Girl, neither. That's weird. No judgment, but what?
Holy,
it's like Game of Thrones or something.
Holy fucking.
I mean, right. That's like a little much. I mean, I don't judge anyone, but this one, I'm kind of like, what?
Like,
I don't think you should be with any of them.
Does the boyfriend know, or did you just cheat on your boyfriend with his dad? Diva down.
Ah, diva down.
Diva down. Oh my God.
Yikes.
It's one thing if he's a boyfriend, okay? Like if he was a really bad boyfriend and you cheated on him with his dad, I would be like women in STEM, right? Like slay queen, get that bag. And, you know, yeah, but if he's a good guy, listen, I've made some grave mistakes in my life, and I understand. Like, I've definitely done things that I wish I didn't, but it also doesn't really sound like she regrets it.
Yeah, she's like, maybe I go with him. She's like, they both have money, but I think the dad has more money because the son will get the inheritance.
But like, the dad that's so mean to his son, like, oh my God. And like, girl, what about Thanksgiving?
Oh, like think about Thanksgiving.
And then you're going to make your boyfriend of 3 years call you stepmommy? That is cruel.
Yeah, that's mean. At the end of the day, like, if it's your kink, it's your kink. But, like, don't do it to your boyfriend. Do it to, like, some randoms. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that's your dad? Okay, you next. But, like, not your boyfriend.
I'm serious. One sentence of you saying the boyfriend would change my entire demeanor.
Oh, really?
Like, if she said my boyfriend was like, you know what I mean?
I see.
So then
Revenge.
Then I hooked up. Like, it would change everything for me.
True, okay.
But Jesus, Miss Keep It All in the Family. Like, okay, Brady Bunch.
You know what? I don't judge. I love your honesty.
Yeah.
And maybe other people are going through this situation as well. But I do think if you have to ask, like, which one, I think neither. Because I think you just wouldn't do that if you wanted to be with the boyfriend. And the dad, there's just no hope at this point. Even if that's your soulmate, you just can't. Because like you said, think about Thanksgiving, think about Christmas. Like, you just can't.
And like, I guess you could, but Jesus. And oh my God, like, I just want to know how this happened. Was she in the kitchen getting a glass of water and the dad was like, hey, my bigger? Like, what happened?
I don't know. That's wild. I've never been around like a lot of males, so I don't know how this works.
Yeah.
But it sounds a little like perverted on the dad's part too. I'm not gonna even put it on the girl. Like, I'm also like,
I agree.
That's your son's girlfriend? Like, what's wrong with you, sir? You're 50. Like,
Yeah,
what?
that's so true.
Yeah.
Like, that's so awful.
Something's wrong with him.
And to do to your own son, that's just crazy.
Yeah, he sounds like a bad person. So
Yeah, so I think you tell your boyfriend if he wants to stay with you and forgives you, like, maybe you guys could move far away.
yeah. Someone has to be iced out. Someone has to be isolated out. So
I'm so stressed.
good luck. I guess I would say go with neither.
Neither.
I don't know.
Oh my God, repent, girl. You got to get to the church and you got to tell the priest
Forgiveness. How can a priest grant you forgiveness? Do you ever think about that? I mean, I like the idea of it, but I'm also like, who gave you that authority?
And priests are like crooked a lot of the time.
Yeah, some of them for sure.
Yeah, I shouldn't say all priests, but that is so true.
We get so religious on here all of a sudden, but I always wondered that. I was like,
Yeah.
like, you're forgiven. I was like, okay, thanks.
Like,
God.
in reality, I'm just talking to this guy through like a wooden door.
Have
I've
you
never done it. No, I've never
I'm
done
like,
it.
wow, team. I had to do
No.
it. I grew up Catholic. I had to do it.
Really? What would you say?
I never really confessed anything. I'm sorry, Father, I lied. He's like, okay, you're forgiven. He literally says, like, say 10 Hail Marys and you're forgiven. And it, like, sounds good. I guess, like, some people need it. I'm not trying to dog on it either because, like, some people, like, that makes them feel better and they feel healed. But
Yeah.
I think you just pray to God if you believe
I
in
needed
that.
more than that to like feel healed for sure.
Yeah. Have you ever been baptized? I know
No.
it's, like, so religious. Like a full cleansing.
No, I haven't, honestly. Sometimes I go underwater in my baths, but that's it.
That's kind of baptism. You can do anything with water, especially like Miko. I'm surprised he's not like, it doesn't have to be religious. Anyways, I don't know why I'm going into
No, I love it.
We just got a dad-daughter question, or a son-dad question. I was like, oh my God, don't
Yeah.
repent. Oh, you said repent.
Yeah.
Get some holy water.
She might have to repent. That's crazy.
Any
But
water can cleanse you.
I will say I love the crazy girls. I've been a crazy girl and still thank you for your submission. Keep the crazy ones
Yeah,
coming.
in theory, it sounds hot, so I'm not judging you. Maybe I'm just jealous.
Yeah, that's true. The dad can be like, imagine the dad is like so hot.
Oh, for sure. Like Bon Jovi, like his son married Millie Bobby Brown, but if I was her, I'd be like, that dad looking good. You know what I mean? So maybe it's Bon Jovi. Maybe he's married. I don't know. I know
That's
nothing.
just Millie Bobby Brown calling us.
Disclaimer, it's not. Just we should put that out there.
They knew it wasn't Pam.
Some people are like, wow, that was?
Yeah.
That's crazy. She's a fan.
No, that was not Millie Bobby Brown. Next question.
Hey, this is Mackenzie. I love you both so much. Trish, I've been watching you since 2013 and Tana since 2017. Here's my question. I've been with my boyfriend for 5 years, and one of the biggest obstacles in our relationship has been our life because of my trauma around sex in the past, which has actually led to a diagnosis of PTSD for me. So I really struggle to feel or initiate. So I'm wondering if either of you have any advice for how to initiate sex, on how to handle different drives in a relationship, and also just how to not feel guilty about not wanting to have sex all the time, and also the guilt of feeling like I'm not normal or I'm not meeting the norm for a relationship. Thank you so much. I love you both. Bye.
I love you so much.
Yeah, that's
so sad.
and it's actually like so relatable too. Like that trauma can like make you not want to have sex and you think there's something wrong with you.
I know, and it's like I know this is like so generic to say, but like just there's nothing wrong with you. And she's saying like to feel normal, you are normal.
Yeah, totally.
Like that is a completely normal and valid reaction. And I'm assuming like she didn't say anything about her boyfriend being any type of way. So I'm hoping you are just with someone who accepts you and wants to help you heal and work through that. And everyone's healing looks different, everyone's journey, and don't feel a pressure to do something that you don't want to do or be something that you're not, or
I agree with that for sure. And I think it is more normal. I think the more you think of like it's not normal and something's wrong with me, like spiral more. The thing that I can like relate to with this is like I had like a trauma response where I like never really talked about this, but I would have like if someone would like leave to go like to the bathroom or go downstairs for a snack, or if they just like left in the middle of the night, right? Not like necessarily out the door, but just to go get something. I would have like medical seizures sometimes, and it was like so like scary, and I just like I couldn't figure out like why this was happening. And obviously the people I was with, if it was like a hookup or whatever, they'd like scared and like leave, and it would like make it worse. Like they'd like leave me there, and they were like very like mild, but I think with that I was like I went to like a medical doctor, right? And then they like referred me to like this like therapy, and not to say you need therapy, but if it is like a trauma, if you have PTSD, which she said she did, right? PTSD, like working through the trauma, it may take a while, but your body will start like reacting differently when you can like, and another like physical comparison is like when I started going through therapy, like I stopped getting like acne, which is like so weird. Like I was able to like work through so much stuff that like it wasn't coming out in my skin anymore, So I don't know, just very different reasons, but your body's obviously having this reaction where you like are not getting something's like internally off. And I think if you can like heal your mental, whatever triggered that, I think over time your body will like release and relax.
That's actually like such amazing advice.
And I'm not a doctor, but that did help for me.
Yeah.
So,
and from your experiences, that is so true. Some things we hold some traumas like so physically inside to the point that we don't even like, it's harder to assess in our brain because it's just this physical reaction, and we just assume like I'm stuck like this. And you're not stuck, you're not broken, and you're so right. Like I almost feel like just trying to force yourself to do something that doesn't feel right will only worsen that, and to actually get to the root of that is really good. And
it's like an internal thing, and you obviously are aware that you have like PTSD and all these things. So, and the person you're with, they'll like most of the time they'll understand. Like even when I've like hooked up with people casually, like they kind of understood there was something happening, and it sounds like her boyfriend is there. So there's definitely nothing wrong with you, and it could take weeks, years. You may never feel it again, but it's like it's fine. And there's so many ways to work around not having relationships. I think that's like another big thing is like sometimes you physically can't, like it can hurt people and stuff, and there's so many like workarounds. So
100%.
Don't feel like you have to get money and you have to have a relationship.
At all. And like you can completely just figure out what works for you, and the right person will. And it sounds like you're with that person, and just take your time and give yourself a lot of grace. Like remember, at the end of the day, this isn't something that you're causing. This is something that happened to you and how you're reacting, and you are not broken. And I love you. And seriously, that was great advice, Trisha.
Thanks. Work on healing it. It takes time.
Yeah.
It's never an easy journey.
Hi guys, my name's Jaden. I'm 18. I love your guys' podcast, by the way. I'm like a long-term fan. But I wanted to ask for advice on something. So I have BPD, and a couple months ago I found out that my boyfriend had a addiction, and within our boundaries of our relationship, we discussed that neither of us thought that it was okay in our relationship. but I found that, and now all I can think about when I go to sleep at night is like what I saw on his phone. So I'd like some tips on how to kind of get over that and how to stop comparing myself to every girl I see online. Yeah. Thank you. I love you guys so much.
We love you.
Shout out borderlines.
Seriously, like that is just so hard. And especially when like a boundary is crossed like that, it's like,
Oh, that's when it gets triggered. I feel that's when your like mental illness gets triggered, especially with borderline. Just like a boundary you set. It's so hard to set boundaries and then it gets crossed. Triggered.
yeah, so triggered. And like, that's just, it makes me sad that, and this is so common where the boyfriend has the addiction and then you're comparing yourself to those people.
Yeah.
Just some really blanket advice like that I immediately want to just like say to her is like everything online is fake and all that stuff he's watching is fake and whether he like knows that or not, girl, like do not, like you are a real person and he is really with you, and like that idea of those women, like don't compare yourself to that because it's like, you know what I mean? Like it's an unreachable goal to try to think like I'm going to be just like these stars when all of that is like contrived and fake. And like,
Right.
that just makes me sad. I mean, it sounds like she wants to work it out. Yeah.
But she has the insecurities. And I think as someone also with like that same issue, the borderline issue of just like being insecure and then you're like triggered by it and you know, you set that boundary and it's not, it's like sometimes you just, it's hard to come back from it. This is a hard one for me because I've just, again, never dated someone with like that addiction. So it's kind of like hard for me. And I understand the comparison of it all. Like you said, to me, it's very easy to be like, that's fake, that's on screen, that's not real. But I understand her psyche where she's like, no, I can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah, and you're like looking at him every day and all you're thinking about is
Him
like
looking at.
Yes, and like that's just so hard. I think the only way to ever potentially come back from anything like that is just an insane amount of communication. And like if you guys can communicate through it, maybe there's another side, but that's a hard one. And
What's
really
your
is.
best tip for communication? Like having a good communication.
I mean, I am just the type of person where I leave everything out on the table and I'm just like, it's easier said than done, but like trying to not be super emotional. Like if I'm feeling reactive, I will walk away.
Yes.
And that took me so long to like become that person.
To be like, I need
know?
a minute to cool down.
Yeah, like exactly. Like I learned that like if I'm feeling some type of way, I will say things that I don't want to say.
Same.
And I have to like walk it off and then, you know what I mean? And then kind of circle back and be like, okay, this is what I took from this. This is how I feel. It sounds like she's been thinking about it. It's like write down how you feel and try to talk to him. But also like some men and people in general just aren't good communicators, and that's like hard.
I think that's the biggest issue with everyone's relationship when it's like bad. Like that seems to be the one, like the non-communication, because someone shuts down, whatever. I think nothing gets solved in the heat of the moment. So definitely always communicate when you're not being triggered, when you're not having like these thoughts of insecurities. Like do it when you're like calm. But the conversations are tough. They're tough to have. And again, that's a really big like boundary that I feel like you have to decide for yourself. Like, can I deal with this?
100%, because it's like, yeah, can I deal with this? Can I stomach this? And like, quite frankly, you do deserve someone who does not break those boundaries. And, you know, it's a very personal like thing. And it's just, that's so frustrating.
It seems like half men have this sort of like addiction to those kind of things, and then there's like men that just don't care at all. So like see if you can work past it with this person if you like him, but also there's a ton of men that like I've never been with someone. I've been with a lot of guys that like have never had this, at least that I knew of or anything. So I think there's a lot of men that don't have this problem.
And it's just like approach is also everything. Like maybe he came to her and said, hey, I really want to spice up things I'm doing with this and whatever. Like the betrayal. And I think especially with BPD, that's a big thing, right? Like, because it like leads to feeling abandoned almost emotionally. And that's, I just love you and you didn't deserve that. And communicate. Try to communicate, but you really just, you didn't deserve that, diva. And there are lots of men out there who won't. What'd you say?
And don't compare, like you said, don't compare yourself to them.
Yeah, because that's you are not some robot girl. And same with the men liking the Instagram photos and all of that stuff. Just know that like that's all a contrived fake reality, but it still doesn't make it hurt any less.
Yeah.
And I wish he had tried to, if he was gonna even cross this boundary, communicated it or something, just the way he did it. I don't know, girl. And there are a lot of men out there that won't do that. And we love you.
We love you. Next question.
Oh my God.
Hi, Trish. Hi, Tana. I just wanted you guys to know that I am such a big fan of the two of you. I love you both so much. I'm so excited for this podcast. My question to the two of you is, have you ever become obsessed with your current boyfriend's ex-girlfriend, and not in like a weird sexual way, but like more of like an interested way, kind of like that was a part of your boyfriend's life. I don't know. I'm struggling with that. I can't stop thinking about him and this girl. I get jealous. I have jealousy issues. It could just be like an insecurity thing. And I'm just wondering if either of you have ever dealt with that. I know it's like a little bit weird. I don't know how to explain it.
Not weird at all.
But I cannot stop like stalking this girl knowing that she was a part of his life. So that's basically it. We don't have any issues. Like, me and my boyfriend, our relationship is great. You know, he doesn't bring her up, never given me a reason to even do that. But I can't help but feel that way. Let me know. Love you both. Thank you.
Love you. This is so common. This is like the most universally common thing, whether anybody wants to admit it. Everyone
does that. That was like looking in a mirror. Like, that's really one of those moments where I'm like, God, this is why I love our fans, because it's like me.
Me every time.
Yes. Oh my God.
Moses has never even given me a name of an ex-girlfriend, and I still obsess over them. I'm like, wait, so in high school, so did you kiss? Did you guys hook up? Like,
Me,
and I say it still to this day. We're married with kids. I'm like, okay, but like that one, like, what was her name? Sarah? No. Nicole? No. Like, he gives me zero details, and I'm obsessed over every girlfriend he's had.
I could not agree more. There's a term for this. It's almost like hurting yourself. I don't know what the term is, but like there's no reason to be doing it, and you do it anyways.
Oh, okay.
I will never forget this flight I had with Makoa. We were on like a 3-hour flight, and I asked him about every single girlfriend he's ever had, what they look like, how long they dated for, why they broke up, everything. And by the end of the flight, I got off the plane and I was like, why the did I just do that?
It is crazy.
Like, it is really normal. It feels like, I get it. It's crazy to think that someone, it just means you really like him and love him, right? Because it's like, it's crazy to think.
I think it's just something in a girl's brain. I think the comparison, just a nosy curiosity comparison. Like you do wonder. I mean, it goes in waves. Thank God. I mean, it's not like I think about it every single day, but I think not knowing has helped a lot. Like him not giving me every detail has helped a lot. I think you asking every detail is
like
wild.
a psychopath. No, and it's
he told you?
Yeah, but after me being a psychopath, like for no reason did I have to do that. But here's what I will say, like just to think that the person that you loved was ever with someone else.
That's sad.
But you have to remember as well, when you're doing that, you've also been with other people.
Yeah.
And it is completely normal. And if you think about it this way as well, like that girl, he gained life experience, and then the person that you met and dated and fell in love with would not be that person without those people.
That's true.
You know, and you have to really like put yourself in timeout almost. If you're on her Instagram for the 3rd time that day, girl, phone down, phone now.
Definitely that. You need to like, yeah.
Yes, and I completely get it. Oh my God, I will be on like a bitch's, not now like with Makoa's because I don't know, but like, oh my God, like back in the day, I would just be on like my boyfriend's ex-girlfriend's cousin's uncle's Instagram's wedding post with their dog, you know, like, and I'm like, how the hell did I get here?
I know, it is such a cycle you go down, but just know he's like with you. You know what I mean?
Yes.
At the end of the day, be like, I have the ring, I have the baby, I have the house, wherever you are. You know what I mean? Just think like he's with you at the end of the day.
And he doesn't want her. Like he wants you. He left her. Like they broke up. You know, like they're done. And he is with you.
I come up with imaginary ex-girlfriends for him, just ones I think he had. Like, I bet you had a girlfriend like this, didn't you? And he just says nothing. He's like, I'm not saying anything. He never tells me. So
Moses is a smart man. Moses is a smart man. But then I just start
making up people. I'm like, I hate that girl.
I like always imagine Makoa with like a surfer girl, and then I'm like, and it's
like I've never dated a surfer.
Yeah, like I'm just certifiably insane. I think we all do it as women, like the what ifs, and we torture ourselves, and just like society. Like I open my TikTok and I see like 3 girls going through a breakup, and you know, just all that. And the other woman's of it all, and it's always the one he said not to. We're making this all up. We can all hold hands. We'll hold hands with you when we say this, girl. You're crazy. You're being crazy.
Yeah,
we've done it too.
Put the phone down. I think in general, just stop. Yeah. It's also just like you shouldn't like cloud your head with that stuff. Like it does nothing. There's no productivity. It's very normal. No. But it almost like you have to treat it like a mental illness. Like just like, you know, like shut it off. Recognize the triggers. Recognize when you're doing it and just shut it off. Turn it to something else. Be like, I'm going to like manifest or something instead because this is weird.
It's not real. She is done. She's probably moved on too with someone else. Like it's like, but I completely get it. I'll find myself in her tagged photos and I'm like, it's like 2014 in the tag. And I'm like, how did I get here?
I know. Well, it's curiosity.
Completely normal, but if you notice yourself really like going down that hole a lot, like
get a hobby.
Yes.
Do something else.
Literally that, like take up pottery, girl. Like
Love
it's
that.
just
yeah. You have to get offline sometimes. So like I was like that was like reading hate comments. Like sometimes you just gotta get offline and
so real. And it's
know?
like even just remember as well, like you probably have some ex-boyfriends too, and you guys are equal. It's even, but you're together now, and that's all that matters. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like who the am I to be curious about Makoa's ex-girlfriends while I'm like on Loveline talking about thruples I've been in? Like,
that's what's so crazy. I know, same. Like Moses like does not care about anyone else, and I care about like the imaginary ones that don't exist. I'm like, well, I care very deeply, but it's you know,
you got to just recognize it. But as two fellow semi-reformed crazy girls, we see you. You are not alone, but you got this.
Yeah. Get a hobby. And he's with you. Remember that. Who has
water
the
polo,
ring, honey?
Knitting, all of it. There's so many things.
I love water polo.
Right.
Hi, Trisha and Tana. I just had some questions about what you think of my situation. So I've been single for over a year now, and I've been on a few dates here and there, and it's never really gone past a first date. And I just kind of feel like hopeless, and also like straight men like freak me out. Like just I don't trust a single one of them. So I'm just wondering how I get past this like ick of straight men. But I also am not looking for a relationship. I just want to see if I'm like even capable of having a relationship again. So let me know, you straight men. Thanks. Bye.
That's a great name for a podcast. Illustrate men.
Yes.
Illustrate men.
I get that. I mean, you could be gay. I don't know if you are. That's like, you know, like how much do you hate straight men, right? Because like we say it, but then here we are, we found one, like, you know.
Yeah, but I like the fluid ones. There's like fluid straight guys or fluid men that are into women that aren't straight.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That aren't so hetero. And I love those men.
Yeah,
so
when men are more feminine, it's always a win. Mm-hmm. And it's sounding like that's what she needs.
Yeah, I think especially if you're going out like first dates and they're not like going out with you again, like it's obviously not, you're not the issue, like it's obviously them. And straight men, as we like have come to know on the show, they're like, it doesn't make sense. Their actions don't make sense. So like you can't make sense of it. And that's why I would recommend not dating someone who's like 100% straight, because it's just like, I don't know, it doesn't make sense. Logic's not there. Like you're saying is like, I can't get past the first date. It's like, don't try to logic with someone who's completely hetero.
Yes, I agree. Like I think it's like, I think maybe go out of your comfort zone from the guys you're matching with and going on dates with, like on the dating app. Like if they have a little more fun and funky photos, you know, maybe they're a little more like, even in Los Angeles, for example, like Los Angeles is very different than other places, but like Silver Lake guys, right?
Yeah.
Are like way more feminine usually.
A little hipster she needs.
Hipster, yeah. And like,
he wears a fedora.
They paint their nails. Like, you know what I mean?
Get
like
a guy
that.
who wears nail polish.
Like maybe if there's a part of your town or bars that give that, maybe you're going there and you're searching for a guy who gives a little flair, a guy who's unafraid of feminine things.
Go to Silver Lake. I love that. That was great advice.
Like,
I like it.
Wherever the Silver Lake is of where you are, like that's where my head goes. You know, I mean, it's hard. Just I think go out of your comfort zone with the guys that you're normally matching with, and
it
don't
seems a
lose
pattern.
hope.
Yeah, because like to not go out on like a second date, like it seems like you're going after like a certain type or something like that. So it's also like not you, because guys are just weird.
Yeah,
even.
Don't lose hope. I'm serious. I think just right as you're about to lose hope, you're gonna go on this date with a guy, and you guys are gonna have everything in common, and he's gonna be the anomaly to all the other guys, and like you really can't lose hope. You almost have to look at like dating and looking for a boyfriend as like shopping for the right black dress, shopping for, you know what I mean? Like even if the first three don't fit, you're still going to find the cute black dress, you know, like it
You'll
still
find
exists.
the perfect fit. It's fun to go shopping.
Yeah, exactly. Just look at it like that. Don't get discouraged. I know I'm always saying it, but like if the trash takes itself out, if he doesn't ask you on a second date.
That's such your tagline. I love it.
Yeah, because it's so fitting. It's
I like it.
If he's not asking you on a second date, you don't want to be with him anyway.
Period.
Yeah.
It's so true. Yeah. And like second dates are very fun, and you're worthy of one.
And like every city has gay bars, girl, and every gay bar has a man who's not all the way gay. So
that is so true. I always recommend a bi. I too love a bi.
So get on out there and look for someone who's maybe no football, no Buffalo Wild Wings, no.
Oh my God, no Buffalo Wild Wings.
Just I feel like the type of guy in a Buffalo Wild Wings is like too straight.
It's like David Dobrik. Oh, yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like,
we went to Buffalo Wild Wings, but none of us were like straight there at that table. So
yeah, that's true. That's good. That is really good.
So fun.
Just no sporty, like you'll find the guy who will listen to Taylor Swift with you. I promise.
Shout out Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Next question.
Hi, Trisha and Tana. So I have a roster. I have a rotation of 3 to 4 people, but there's one that really stands out to me. And we have such great chemistry, and I told him I'm totally cool with dating casually. But here's the deal. He's polyamorous. And he has a long-term girlfriend of 10 months. And he says that I'm girlfriend number 2, which I think I'm okay with, except that I think about him all the time and have attachment. I'm really attached to him. So what do I do? Do you think I should just call it off now before things get too intense, or just wait it out and see what happens? Because I do really like him, but I keep going on other dates and I just keep comparing them to him. So yeah, polyamorous. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Did we talk about polyamory on Patreon or here? We just talked about this. Was it Patreon?
We did just talk about polyamory. I don't think it was.
No, not related to this, but I remember we were just talking about it, and I like the idea of it. I think maybe it was on Patreon we were talking about it, and I do love the idea of it. But being called girlfriend number 2 and like it doesn't sound poly to me. Like usually poly, everyone's like equal.
Yes.
So him like already labeling you girlfriend number 2, like that triggered me. I'd be like, what? Like I thought we're all equal in this. So
and I believe in real polyamory, but I also believe in bags who just don't want to commit.
Use it as a disguise.
Yes. And like you've got to, this is so me though. Like I would have a roster of 4 men, 3 of which are like viable monogamous men. And then I would want the polyamorous one.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, do you speak to the other girlfriend? Like, how is this going to work? Like, you take shifts, you take them on Tuesdays and she gets them on Fridays. Do you all hang out together and then you're like lezzing out a little? Like,
I think they'll all hang out together is the key to make it polyamory. Otherwise, it just sounds like he just wants to date 2 girls and it's not polyamory. It's like, I'm dating both of you. And
I, like, what happens on Valentine's Day, right? What the hell happens? What is the long term there? Like, I just...
Well, she's number 2, so I mean, the way he phrases it, she gets the 13th, the girl gets the 14th.
Like she's the girl number 1's gonna get the teddy bears and the roses, and you're gonna get the Hershey's bar, diva, and that's like,
maybe you're okay with the Hershey bar, but it doesn't sound like it. It sounds like you're a little hurt.
That's the thing is, it sounds like it's like a situation that could end so painfully. I do understand the trope of going on all the other dates and comparing them to the one you want, but do you also just want him more because you can't have him and emotionally unavailable?
That's always the appeal. You want the ones that you can't have or that are not easy. Advice, communication, maybe like meet the other girl if it's a true polyamory thing. If he doesn't want you to, then it's definitely like he's keeping you separate and like playing you guys. But if you have a roster of 3 other people, like explore that. That sounds like again, be with like the one who wants you and doesn't call you girlfriend number 2.
Yeah, girlfriend number 2 is a nut.
Yeah, like
I would be trying to kill number 1 just so I defaulted into number 1. Like,
if you had 5 girlfriends, don't call them girlfriend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just be like, you're all my girlfriends. You know what I mean? Like
that's the thing is the way this is pitched does not give equal fun polyamory to me.
Not at all.
And I still think polyamory within itself can have trials and tribulations. And this feels like he falls into the category of like bag.
Yes, I think so too. From what you said, it sounds like that. I know you can't stop thinking about him. So, go with your heart, try it out. If you just find yourself getting more and more hurt and upset and you're like crying more than you're smiling, like then you should go to the 1, 2, or 3 of your roster.
That is a really scary situation, and I think you know that, Diva, by your voice memo. So I'm just be careful. That's all.
Be careful, Diva.
Yeah.
A polyamory behind you. Yeah. We support polyamory if it's done right.
Yes, that's just the thing. Is I do think a lot of men use that as a guise. Yeah. And that's where it's really scary. So yes, be careful, Diva. A polyamory behind you. Next question.
Hi, I'm Doria. I just wanted to let you know, Trish, I love you. I love you, Trisha. I hope you have a great day. I don't know if you'll ever hear this, but if you do, I just want you to know that you make my day just that much brighter. I wanted to ask, what is your key advice to you and Moses being so open and happy with each other? Love you.
Oh my God, love you. Wow, that was so nice.
So sweet.
Key advice to being open and loving with each other. You know what? It took us going through like just a lot of like trials and tough times and tribulations, seeing me at my absolute worst, and not just the crazy you see online, just like so much like hardships, and it really took like tests. And I know you shouldn't test a relationship, but I feel like we just been through so many trials and tribulations where I'm like, I would have left me 20 times over, and that's like not just including 2020, like over the span of everything. So I really am just like, this person loves me. There's literally nothing I can do that push it away. And then you stop pushing them away. You're like, okay, I can just be myself. So I think it took a lot of that. And I don't know, maybe that's not the best, because it's like, damn, we had to go through a lot to get here. But that's how I fully was able to be myself. I was like, okay, he's fine with me at my absolute worst. So now that I feel like I'm at my absolute best in life, I feel like I keep that momentum going, and I don't have to worry about if he likes me for me, because I already know it. You know what I mean? It's already there.
My little heart. Yeah. I feel like even when I watch you guys, it's my favorite thing about the two of you, and is just how he really just lets you be you, like just accepts you truly for who you are, and like, you know what I mean? You never have to worry about being too much or too...
Never.
You know?
I always thank him. I'm always like, thank you so much for letting me... Because, like, even, like, going out to things and events and stuff like that, like, he's just so wonderful. He's just, like, lets me be me and wear whatever and do whatever. And, yeah.
And there's no competition between the two of you. I feel like you see that a lot, too, where it's, like he wants you to be the star of the show and supports that.
Finding like a yin and yang almost, that someone like, and I think that's kind of it, because when people are too similar, it's almost like you see a mirror to yourself and it's like everything you hate. So when you find someone that like it balances you out, is nice. Which is kind of like you guys, you and McCall, you're like
fully agree.
A yin and yang.
Finding someone who balances you out is so like, for some people it works to like date your twin, but every time I dated someone where I was like, you're just like me, actual
scary.
hell on earth.
Yes.
Like it was just like, you know what I mean? Because it was like, I can't date someone just like me.
No, it's the worst. It's the worst. But Makoa is like so chill. Every time I see him, he's just smiling. He's just like happy, smiling, chill, just like.
And I'm like cussing out a wall, and he's like, "Go off, babe." Like,
it's
you know,
so cute. It's just like I can't believe how like calm his like just his presence or everything about him is so calm, which is like so crazy, because you're so chaotic and fun in like the best way. And then
same thing, you know what I mean? Like Moses will sit here with a smile on his face. I see it every single time while we are talking about the craziest. And like that's just so awesome. And
Moses filled in today for Devin, and I wondered about it too when we switched to a picture. I'm like, am I going to be like holding back? But I was like, no, it's like stuff he's heard like 5,000 times. You know what I mean?
And just like I think it's almost like and I don't know, I don't want to speak for Moses, but I feel like Moses is very much like you and I, just in the sense that it's like everything that you went through made you when he met you, and he loves that.
Yes.
Like he wouldn't change a damn thing.
It is actually amazing. Anytime I start feeling guilty or sad about something in my past, and he's like, you don't have to like feel, he's always just like, it's fine. You don't have to feel guilty about anything. And it's like the best thing. And there's a lot of guys like that. Like obviously with like Makoa, my makeup artist has been married for 14 years. She's my age, and same thing. Her husband just like dotes on her and does so much for her. And it's like, there are guys like that. And I think it's like more common than you think. I think you hear so much about like the guys, but a lot of guys just want to also like love you and like lift you up on a pedestal, which I think is also very like animalistic in a way, like, you know, like lifting the woman up, you know what I mean, like putting her on a pedestal because she is, you know. And
I think we've been discouraged like so many times, like even just before I met McCoy, I was very discouraged, like, do men like this even exist? Like I feel like we have all felt that, right? Or it's like I see girls online all the time, like they see the cute relationships and they're like laying in traffic, this is never gonna happen for me. You have to not lose hope. Like you have to just like don't settle, like dead. Just keep looking for what you want until you get it, because you will get it if you are determined.
There's so many different types of guys out there and different type of relationships and stuff like that. So you will get the perfect one. I thought I had to settle so much. I'm like, I'm gonna have to settle so much. And it's like the opposite. My life has never been easier, never been better. And I'm just like, oh my God, and every day is easier and better. So
yeah, really don't settle. Like,
you don't have to. I thought I had to. I thought you just like, nah, everything's a compromise, everything's this, but it's like, you really don't have to settle.
There are 7 billion people on this planet. And, you know, little things you can, you know, work on and compromise on, but those main things you want, they are out there in a person. I mean that.
And every little bit of it. What a note to end on.
I know. That was really like happy and wholesome. I never want to like feel redundant to the people either. Like if you literally need advice on like how to build something from IKEA, like call us and we will and tell you how to build that Malm dresser.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll do it for you.
Yes,
yeah.
like, I'm down. I think all the love and dating we love, but just anything you guys ever want to know. Like we've been through a lot of weird niche other situations too, and just everything, or just things you want to know about, you know?
Just call.
Yes.
Call. You can call about Loveline or Friend Line or Mentally Ill Line.
Yeah. IKEA line. Literally, absolutely.
What line?
IKEA love line. Oh. No, but
Sponsored
for real,
by IKEA.
For real, anything you guys want to know, I'm here.
Call this number. We're both here for you.
Yeah, and we're so
Always
excited.
forever.
And
this has been so much fun.
I'm not kidding.
I love it.
I thought we were filming for like literally 7 minutes, and Moses goes, "You guys got to the full hour." I'm like, it just goes by so fast, and it's so fun.
I know. And we're going to have a little holiday break, but we'll be back in the new year. Thanks to you guys. But hey, if you want to see one more episode,
Listen,
go
we'll
to
make it happen.
Patreon. Oh, yeah, or that. We'll film another one for you. I'll fly to Hawaii or Vegas or wherever you're
Not
at.
kidding.
I'm gonna come.
Same. And
well, actually, the set's here. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I am just excited to see, like, because all of these have been filmed with the first set of calls, and people only knew just call this number. And now I feel like after you guys are seeing this, if you are going through literally anything, we are here to talk to you.
And we're going through all your calls. We have Devin going through them, and we're going through them. So thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. This is like the funnest thing in the whole
Absolutely.
world.
I'm so happy we're doing it. And now we're going to go talk about the most awful stuff ever on Patreon.
Ooh, but in the best way. Patreon.com/NotLoveline. We love you guys. See you in the next episode.
Bye, guys.
Bye.